For this final 1 hour long face, we're really focusing on contrast. This time, we're going to start with Zaria's purple. It's going to seem a little bit weird, but trust me, it's going to really pay off in the end when you see the contrast between this and the kind of yellowy overtones. Next, go ahead and layer Bugman's Glow over all but the deepest recesses. This step begins to create that smooth transition from shadow to skin. Follow the same step that we had done from the 30-minute face. Go ahead and mix Bugman's Glow and Kislev Flesh 1 to 1, and then thin it to a heavy glaze. This is going to be about 2 parts water to about 1 part paint. Go ahead and layer this on gradually. Wherever you start your brush stroke is going to be the least amount of paint left, and then pull it towards the brightest points where it's going to deposit the most paint. This is going to be areas like the cheekbones, forehead, brow line, and nose. This took me about 4 passes to really get the coverage and opacity I wanted. So patience is really key here, but this is going to get super subtle transitions, and it's all going to blend together really, really nicely by the end of it. Now we're ready for pure Kislev flesh. Since we're working for glazes with this one, we don't really have to worry about mixing the 1 to 1 mixes for the most part. We're all just going to be one continuous tone. So as you add more glaze, you're going to slowly tint the layers below it. So this allows us just to do pure Kislev. The warm undertone of this one really contrasts beautifully against our purple base. You can really see it sitting in the recesses and bringing it up to a bright yellow at the top. As before, we're going to target the raised areas, focusing on the strong highlights to create that striking depth, focusing on about the top 60% of the model. That's going to, once again, brow lines, nose, chin, that sort of thing. And since we're keeping all of these faces in the same basic theme and tone, we're going to begin adding in Screaming Skull. Unlike the 30-minute face, we're working in glazes, like I said. So ignore the 50-50 mix, go straight to Screaming Skull, and we're going to do a few passes of glazing with this to achieve our desired effect. This is going to really bring out the brightness of our skin. Not so much working on the vibrancy, but the actual brightness is really going to jump here. So focus this specifically on the bridge of the nose and the eyebrow line.